First of all, appreciate everything Penn State's done, all the legwork that they had to do, obviously, to get things up and running. And we're pretty excited to be here this weekend. It was, it's kind of a neat environment to see what we went through 4 years ago. So when we started the program, so I like everything you've got going on here. And obviously, we drove by the new digs that are being built, and that's going to be pretty neat. So it's really exciting. For hockey in general, but specifically for women's hockey, for our sport, and certainly for our league, the CHA. So, been a very gracious host there, and sorry a little bit with the score there, I guess, today. But at the same time, I thought that Josh had his team prepared. They played really hard. They made it difficult for us last night, and goals didn't come very easy. And I thought for a good share today, it was kind of tough for us. I think maybe they ran out of gas a little bit. And we got a couple breaks, but so it was good for us, and and I'm sure for them, having now they've had a trip on the road. Now they played at home, and they can start to establish themselves too. So a good, hard-working team, and the future looks bright here for them. So, any questions for me?
Yeah. What exactly do you think you was able to do well over these two games that allowed you to win, not only win but like win?
Well, I think typically, it starts in that. And I thought, going back to last night, didn't have a ton of chances, but I thought there was a 4 or 5 minute span, and early in the game, or early in the second period yesterday, when the score was maybe it was 1-0 at the time, where Drinkwater had to make a couple big saves. And we got a little sloppy because we were forced into making some errors. So I thought, overall we did a good job, other than that little span of 4 or 5 minutes in the second last night. So it starts there, and that's what we're trying to preach. Start from the goal out, working defensively, and just a defensive mindset, not to give up, odd man rushes or breakaways. And I think we did a pretty good job of that this weekend. And then certainly in the offensive zone, there were times when, I thought we moved the puck well, and it was important for us just to play our game, and move the puck quickly, and try to get people and give and goes. And certainly last night for a while today, the puck just wasn't going in for us. It wasn't for lack of effort or chances. So we're trying to work at refining our systems and refining things, and that's something that I think we did a pretty good job this weekend of just paying attention to detail. So for us, it's a work in progress. It's coming. We're coming off a weekend. Last weekend we played two real good teams. We outshot them. We outshot New Hampshire almost 40-20, and Northeastern pretty similar statistics, and we didn't come up with anything. So I guess just getting a W, and getting that, starting to learn how to win. So that's probably the main thing we'll take out of this weekend, getting a couple W's and playing as a group.
You said you were where this team was 4 years ago, so you have any advice?
Well, I think you have to be patient. There's going to be ups and downs, and there's going to be nights when, it's just not going to go your way. And I just remember our first game was 4 years ago. We played at Colgate. We lost 4-3. We were pretty excited about ourselves. We went to Wisconsin that weekend, and we hung in there the first night. I think it was 3-0. And then the next day, it was just a disaster. I think it was 8 or 9-0. And so you just can't get too low. And you just gotta kind of relish the high points, and you got to build on that. And a lot of it's just about enthusiasm, really learning the fundamentals, and just kind of stay the course. And that's the big thing, I think. That because there are going to be those ups and downs, and I think the thing that I've noticed from Penn State this weekend, and the thing that they've got in their back pocket, is a good work ethic. And if you maintain that, you're going to have some good nights and good goaltending. So I just think really work on the fundamentals and try to keep an even keel as they go through this season. Everything's new for them. They've already had quite a few firsts, but there'll be a lot more as they go along the way. Well, looking at their lineup, there are not many upperclassmen, and I think leadership they'll find as they go on through the year, having that built-in leadership group, it's difficult because most of them are younger, and maybe some of the girls that are older on the roster haven't been leaders, and you just can't. It's tough to name leaders and just have them lead. Usually, it's something you've learned. you've experienced, and that's something that when they do have some downtimes or they're not having good practices or something happens away from the rink where you need strong leadership, it's just really hard. You know, that's something you almost have to develop, and I found that we struggled with that. I remember our first year we had two sophomores that had transferred in that, you know, they were our captains, you know, and we met every Monday morning, and I felt I had to go to counseling after I met with them. And so that's the thing. If you can find some leadership within and have a good core group of players that will stick together, that'll be important, because our sport's a long season. It's not like soccer or field hockey where you're playing 3.5 months. It spans 2 semesters. It's 5.5 months from start to finish. It's a long season. And to keep, 25, 26 young women all in line and keep them all focused and maintain a low level of drama within the locker room, it comes from leadership. And coaches can do all they can, but it has to come from within. So that's the one thing that, I learned that, you had to do it again. That's the one thing you really focus on.
What were you do so well over the weekend that you guys gave emphasis on power play practice?
Well, I think we felt just pressuring. We exchanged tapes, so they watched us play, we watched them play, and I think that we had seen the Vermont game, and just trying not to let them get set up, and just really trying to pressure. And it's early in the season for systems with any team, and so we're still trying to work on, perfecting what we do defensively on a kill. But I think it was just really not giving them time to set up and forcing them into making that unforced error from the blue line or passing it too quickly. So, we felt we did a pretty good job with that. It was just really based on pressure. And they've got a young group, and for them, it's the flip side of that is for them to learn how to handle pressure. And that's what we're trying to do with our power play, to get our D to have more composure and patience and not just throw it away. And I think that's the big thing. And that'll come with, experience for them. So for us, it was good to see that the pressure was effective.
Thank you very much.
Okay, yep, thank you.